Hello, people. Well, a bit later than usual tonight, but I've been out and I just got back half an hour ago and I wanted to have a cup of tea before I got stuck in. Right, who have we got then? Let's do a quick rundown. Sam, hello. Sharon Sipe, hello. Hi, Ariel OG. And Beverly Spencer. Excuse me, Beverly Spencer, hi to you. Ron, unconditional love. Nice to have your unconditional love in the place on this auspicious occasion because we are coming up so much to full moon. Kaya Noel is here. Yeah, right. I think Flowing is here. Hi, Flowing. Right, great to have all the people here that are here, and great to have all the people watching who are watching the upload, and great to have all the people who are going to be here in a bit once the thing gets underway. Holly DeShane is with us. Right, great to see you guys. It really is. So, full moon in Pisces, States and Canada. It's coming up tomorrow. Here in UK, it's something like 6 minutes to 1 a.m. on Tuesday, but we're so nearly there. We are so nearly there. Hello, Laurie. Having a very peaceful weekend, thanks. I sort of had a less than peaceful afternoon of it, but it was all fun. It was all good. Hi, Sandy G. Hi, Gail K. Right, so here is a card for you, whether you are watching live, whether you're watching the upload, whoever you are, whatever you're up to. It's a Moonology card, and it is. You and your loved ones are safe. And it's a Cancer moon that it's showing us here. And, of course, the Cancerian energy is very caring and compassionate. Moon's in Pisces at the moment, and that's compassionate too. But there's something about Cancer. Some people say they're crabby, but it's always coming from a place of love with a Cancer influence. That's what we shouldn't forget. That's what we should remember as much as we possibly can. So, well, it's been quite an intense week that we've just had. The astrology has been kind of up and down. The week ahead of us at this moment is a tricky one, right? Because Mercury Retrograde is just about here. Now, it hasn't started yet officially, but the thing about Mercury Retrograde is there is a pre-shadow and there is a post-shadow. So I'm just going to quickly flip. Hope I don't disappear. I shouldn't have disappeared. Yeah, this is the first Mercury retrograde in Scorpio since 2014, actually, and it's going to be introducing the United States elections as well. It is the last Mercury retrograde of 2021. Now, it starts 1 week today from the time I'm making this video on Sunday, the 26th. Maybe early hours of the 27th in UK, but we are in the pre-shadow to it at this moment. And there's a pre-shadow and there's a post-shadow. And what's happening there is Mercury's coming along forward and it slows down, then it stops. And that's Mercury retrograde station. Then it starts going backwards, goes backwards for about 3.5 weeks, something like that. Stops again, and that's direct station, then starts going forward, and it takes a while to speed up. And the foreshadow and the post-shadow are when it's moving slowly. So we're already feeling some Mercury retrograde going on. It plays into anything at all to do with communication, anything to do with communication. So I would get your car fixed in the first couple of days of next week if your car needs fixing. If you're going to buy shoes, that's the time to do it. Also, if you're going to buy a pen, if you're going to buy a new phone, anything at all to do with communication needs like fixing and sorting out before we get to next Sunday. Anyway, so that full moon is coming. It's bringing quite a spark of light to the week. It's going to be quite a tricky week in other ways. It's the type of week when if you've got some really good new ideas, people might just kind of squash them down. And you've got to kind of try and not take that personally and just, resolve to try again at another time. It's pretty much all you can do about it. Right, so let me do some cards. Hello, Valerie Hyde. Don't believe we've met before. If we haven't, I've forgotten. I am so sorry. I'm a very forgetful kind of a person. And yes, Isadora is a very beautiful name indeed. That is true. That is true. Okay. Let's just do some cards for the full moon at this point, okay? I'm not seeing a plethora of questions out there. So we'll do a 3-card read for the full moon. And thing about full moon is there is a lot of energy behind it. New moons are a fantastic time because we're making new plans and things are going to change. We know things are going to change sometime going forward. But right now we're right at the end of second quarter. And so we're about to move into a time when home and family come to be the most important things on our mind, and we're all thinking about the world we live in and what actually supports us in what we do, and we're thinking about that more than thinking about what we're actually going to do in the waning phase of the moon, which is about to happen. But full moon, the energy is very, very high indeed. So I'm actually going to take the top 3 cards at this point. We will have a look at those and see what we've got. Okay, first one out, 2 of Swords, difficult decision, which way to go. Air sign energy here, Gemini, Libra and Aquarius, and people are really going to be wondering how to choose the right direction at this point. The key to this is actually there is a full moon in this card, and shining out of that full moon is the face of the grinning Cheshire Cat. And the Cheshire Cat in this deck, which is Tarot in Wonderland, based on the stories of Alice in Wonderland, the Cheshire Cat is always representative of Alice's higher self. And so even though she's got a blindfold on, even though she's got a real difficult decision and she really doesn't know which way to go, her subconscious mind and her higher self through that are actually very close to her. And that's the thing that she can actually see. That's the thing she can actually link into despite having that blindfold on. So likely to be a slightly confusing time at the very least, because full moons are like that, huge amounts of energy moving around, what to do. Middle card, pretty blooming good one this, Ace of Cups here. Ace of Cups, very positive. A lot of alchemy in the cups. It's water sign energy. So this is actually a real good card to get in the middle, because Pisces is a water sign, of course, along with Cancer and Scorpio. So the Piscean energy is strong here. Loads and loads of water. Water is a flowing thing. It's well, it is literally, it's liquid. It's the ultimate liquid, isn't it? And it reminds us that life is liquid, and the things we're trying to do and the things we're trying to achieve are actually open to change and are actually something we can have some effect with. Come on, Puss. Got Marcy here. Come and say hello. No, she's hiding under the chair now. Come on. You're trying to climb. She's trying to climb up a minute ago, and I didn't lift her up straight away, so she's sulking under the chair now. But hey, maybe Marcy will appear on camera at some point. I rather hope so. But yeah, Ace of Cups there, fluid energy. You come in now. Come on then. There's a good Puss. Here we go. Look, got Marcy. And say hello to your fans. Oh, you haven't really got the hang of that yet, have you? But you got your fans out there. This is good. Hi, Jane the Seeker. By the way, hello, Julie M. Hello, Patricia Ray. Wow, more people joining. This is wonderful. Right, so card number 3 for the full moon coming up on 20th or the 21st, depending where you are in the world. It's going to be right at the beginning of the 21st in UK. Card 3, 5 of Wands, and this is kind of the immediate future after that full moon. And this actually adds up a lot to the astrology, because Wednesday is a tricky day, particularly. Tuesday, it's starting to get tricky. It all eases up by the weekend, but we're going to have some kind of pointless battles going on here. This is really a symbolic card of the ego getting involved, or maybe more than one ego, and egos battling it out, which does no one any good, let's face it. But it all kind of ends up coming to nothing, and it all ends up being okay. Because what we've actually got on Wednesday is the Sun and Mars. What are they doing? I've got it in my book here. Right. Yeah, right. Sun is opposite Mars. That's the bottom line. Now, Mars can be a beautiful energy, actually, but it can also be a hostile energy. And when the Sun is opposite Mars, it gets a bit like that. And so because of all the creativity coming from the full moon, that opposition of Sun opposite Mars opposition thing going on is really going to make people feel it deeply if their dreams are in any way crushed or dismissed. So keep looking on the bright side, guys. That would be my advice. So there are 3 cards for the full moon, getting us off to a start. Hello, Mariola. Great to see you. All is very well with me. Thank you for asking. Hope it's good with you too, Mariola. I really do. Now, guys, before I just come off the whole idea of astrology here, let me quickly, I'm going to have to create a banner here. I should have done this before the show. For Astro Truth. Scroll across the bottom. Why? No, actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put it straight on the screen. This, for Astro Truth, is my other YouTube channel. Please check it out, guys. I know a lot of you have checked it out and subscribed to it already, for which I am grateful and delighted. Regular astrology on there. Every Friday I take a look at the weekend. Every Sunday I take a look at the week ahead. And there is a video coming up a bit later that I made this afternoon about the astrology of next week. And it's a lot more solid than what I've just done as well, because I just had to read that out of a book, because so much has happened since I made that video in the last few hours. I just had to look. Hi, Snowbird Bear Hug is upon us. Wonderful to see you. Right. Okay, here we go. This is an interesting one from Gail K. Been wondering and would like your take on it. Fluoride, yes or no, good or bad? Right, fluoride calcifies the pineal gland, which some people call the pineal gland. Now, that is the gland that your third eye works in conjunction with. And I am absolutely have no doubt at all that when you take fluoride, you don't help your third eye. I think it's a real negative effect on the third eye. Now, some people say, oh, but your teeth drop out and your bones break if you don't take fluoride. I'm very, very suspicious about that. I use fluoride-free toothpaste. Apart from a little bit of pain about a year ago, I have just not had to go to the dentist at all or had any trouble at all with my teeth in the several years I've been using fluoride-free toothpaste. I don't think it's an issue. And my water here comes out of a Berkey filter, which has fluoride filters fitted in it. So I'm committed to not having fluoride. And I reckon it makes the water taste a bit better as well. However, right, I've got to say, you know, the official government lines on everything are that fluoride is good. I'm very, very suspicious, to be quite honest. I'm very suspicious about it. Don't want to get into a whole thing about the pharmaceutical industry and all of that, but I don't entirely trust them. I really don't. Gail says, thanks for that, Andy. You're very welcome, actually. Let's see, what does Noel say? Not true. Adult teeth do not benefit from fluoride, and it's a neurotoxin. Yeah, I would say, yeah, I think that's totally good advice there, actually. I really do. So I avoid it at all costs. And actually, in terms of teeth, I'm always a little bit suspicious of these dentist things that people say, you know, I use this toothpaste because my dentist recommends it. I don't see why dentists would recommend something that's going to stop you from having to pay them. Know what I mean? All right. Now then, I'll probably get an advisory on this video. I'll probably get in some kind of trouble for saying that. But I don't really care, because the truth has to come out, you know? I mean, what is life if it's not about the truth? Now I've got Marcy on my lap, and she's still here. Look, there she is. I've now got tarot cards all over the place. She's just lately, Marcy's got a real thing about scattering tarot cards everywhere. And Julianne says, brush and floss more frequently. Or does she? No, because the chat suddenly moved. Julianne says, brush and floss more frequently, and it should not matter if you use fluoride free. Yeah, I mean, actually, that's something else. I clean my teeth 3 times a day. That's, you know, I mean, not everybody does that, but I know it works. And that goes way back into childhood with me, because I had some cousins who lived in Canada. And at the time, dental treatment in UK was on the National Health Service. In other words, well, in my case, it was my parents because I was a child. But anybody who earns money, as well as paying tax, would pay national insurance, a small amount extra every month, to cover the cost of the National Health Service. It's like our way of having health insurance. And at the time, dentists were always free of charge. But my uncle moved to Canada and he came back to visit, and his kids had to brush their teeth 3 times every day because it was just going to cost a hell of a lot of money if they had to go to the dentist. And I picked up from that. That sort of made me, as a child, made me realize that, there is no doubt that your teeth will suffer if you don't brush them often enough. But that's the answer to it. Yeah, brush and floss more frequently. Shouldn't matter if you use fluoride free then, quite honestly. Yeah. So, and a related question. Andy, will we see dental costs covered in America's Medicare? Right, I could be cynical and say I doubt it because there's too much money at stake, but I am going to ask the pendulum about that. Because that is just too easy for me to just give my own opinion. Pendulum's given me a definite back and forth swing, quite a big swing. I think the answer to that one is no, to be honest. But Julie, they found it very easy to take dentistry out of the NHS in UK here. They've never officially said anything. Just a little while ago, we all had to start paying quite big money to go to the dentist. I think it's like moderately subsidised, but we have to pay, quite a high price for the dentist now. My daughter had to go to the dentist last week, actually, and didn't cost much because they couldn't fix it there, and then they had to give her this sort of emergency filling thing. But she's going back next Wednesday, and I'm just prepared to have my credit card totally maxed out. So not surprised, but it was a no from the pendulum. And Beverly says, depends where you live. And you guys know the USA so much better than I do, so go with that from Beverly, I would, because I reckon Beverly knows these things. Patricia Ray. Hi, Patricia. When I was carrying my youngest boy, Oklahoma was putting too much fluoride in the water, and your children's teeth are determined before they are born, and the fluoride stained his teeth. Oh, that is really, really unfortunate, actually. Yeah. A lot of Brits, and I don't know if it's the same in the States, a great many Brits, as we get older, we just sort of have yellow teeth, and we tend to think it's because we've got older and just all the abuse our teeth have had over our lifetime, and drinking tea and drinking coffee. And tea really stains teeth big style. It's got lots and lots of tannin in it. Coffee's got tannin as well, but not as much as tea. Our tea is loaded up with tannin. So we tend to kind of blame ourselves, really, but fluoride-free toothpaste, and a lot of the aging yellow has gone out of my teeth. It really has. Sam mentions, yes, we have to pay to go to the opticians as well. Yeah, these things cost an arm and a leg. That's the last time I maxed my card out, which was in February. I've just got it paid off, and I've got to go and spend it all on a dentist now. But yeah, guys, my advice would be, filtered water. Drink filtered water if you possibly can. I use a Berkey, and I love my Berkey. The water is just great. It tastes of nothing. It's just pure liquid, really good hydration. But it's important to say that even with the most expensive Berkey filters, you have to add an additional fluoride filter. The normal Berkey filters don't filter it out, so that's got to be done as well. And don't last as long as they might otherwise, as would be nice. Don't last as long as would be nice. Right. This is a good point, Julie, and it applies to lots of different kinds of insurance as well. Every time you buy a washing machine or something like that, they will want to sell you an insurance package, and you kind of pay so much a month. And what happens is, like, you virtually never need it, and so you pay a lot more than you need to. The ideal way to do it, and I try and do it myself, is I just put a few pounds away every month, British pounds money, put a few pounds away every month. And when something breaks, the money's there. And it's usually a question of buying a new one, because stuff just isn't built to last these days. Wow. Okay. And Sam mentions some of the people in UK now going to Eastern European countries for dental care, as it's cheaper if they need more work done on their teeth. Very true. Yeah, a good friend of mine goes to Turkey to get her teeth done. Crazy stuff. Wow. And Beverly, $730 for your glasses in 2 years' time. Wow. Wow, they're really stinging you guys. These things were only about 250 quid, which is probably only about $350. Quickly trying to do the mental math there. Okay, Ariel kindly points out, Ariel, by the way, is our good friend Mrs. Tyler J, who is now Ariel OG. Please stick the thumbs up there, guys, and hit the subscribe button, because there is more coming all the time. I'm just wondering, has anyone got any questions going on at the moment? Because I kind of like to do some psychic stuff in this if I possibly can. I've already kind of done the moon. So get your questions in if you like. Okay, don't just like make questions up, whatever you do, but do get your questions in. Okay, Holly DeShane, so much money for glass here, it's horrible. Yeah, the thing is, right, you need these things so they sting your behind off. Now, I know it's very, very hard work to become a dentist. It's harder in Britain. It takes longer than it does to become a doctor. So they do put a lot of work in for it. But a lot of people put a lot of work in, and you know, like the tree surgeon who comes and clears the trees from around my house, he puts a hell of a lot of work in. He puts his life at risk, and he doesn't get paid anything like what a dentist gets. Just absolutely nuts. Okay, hey, we've got a question. Right. Okay, do my guides have a message for me? Right, I bet they have, Gail. I bet they have. Okay, let's see where we're going with this. I'm going to do a card or something as we go along. But, right, first of all, Gail, you're getting over something. Right, you're getting over something, possibly something as serious as a bereavement, but there was some big loss out of your life. And I've as I say, you're getting over it. I feel you've actually got over it, big style, but it kind of feels as if you're still looking back and maybe feeling a bit guilty for having got over it. This does happen sometimes, and it's unfortunate because it is really good if you can get over something, and particularly getting over a bereavement. People will often feel, oh, but you know, I shouldn't be happy again because so and so has passed away. And it's just not that good. It's just not that good to feel like that. Okay, your loved one who passed away would really want you to be happy. You know, that's, you know, isn't it? You know, someone passes away, it's so unhappy. You want happiness in there. It's natural to want happiness. And there is nothing at all wrong with being happy that you've got over something, got past it, because it doesn't disrespect anybody else who's been involved in anything at all. You just find a place for that person or for that situation or for whatever it was that was good that's passed. You find a place in your heart for that, where you can always visit it and you can always remember it. But you know, your life goes on and you keep getting happy. And go, okay, do keep on getting happy, because the card I've just pulled for you is the Sun. Right, this is really good. It's number 19, this card as well. So in terms of numerology, it's very close to a second level of completion. So Gail, you are actually going to be moving forward with something. I feel you're moving forward in your mind quite a lot already, but you're going to, like, something's going to happen in your life and you're going to move forward with it big style. Let's do you an Ascended Masters card as well, because as you're talking about your guides, right, I feel I want to kind of look into the Ascended Masters and see what's actually going on with your guidance, you know, not just a message from them, but sort of who's involved and what's actually going on. Right, focus upon your strengths, and the card is Apollo. All right, it's a bit like counting your blessings, but it's internal. It's not like I've got a washing machine, I've got a car. It's like I've got these strengths, so you've got to be happy about them, really. Okay, Julie, that's very kind of you. Thank you for your fluoride-free toothpaste purchases. Thank you very much. Right, I'll buy some with that. I have got a bit put away already, actually. Got a few tubes of toothpaste ready, just in case some dreadful catastrophe happens and you can't get toothpaste anymore. Or maybe they'll put the prices up. I wouldn't be surprised if they put the prices up. Okay. Right, where are we going? I saw more questions appearing. This is good news. Okay. Erin O'Nugent, I'll be filling out job applications. Can I trust Judy and Michael as references? I couldn't trust them when I lived with them. Thank you, Andy. Right. Okay. I mean, I guess that you know what's come to me, and I don't know anything about your social circle, Erin. But the voice in my head says, "Who else are you going to ask?" Right? Can Erin trust Judy and Michael as referees for a job application? It's giving me a yes. There's not a hell of a lot of energy behind it, and I feel that you're going to be reluctant to actually get them. Erin, you'll feel more comfortable if you ask someone else, but that doesn't seem to be a bad way to go, quite honestly. And by the way, thank you so much, Vicky Loper, for that super sticker. Very much appreciated, guys. Really means a lot. Very uplifting for me when you guys do that. Cat May, sorry I am late. And this is, I really want to pick up on this, right? A lot of people say, I'm sorry I'm late. I'm sorry I missed your video, the live, whatever. Guys, never feel you got to apologize for that, okay? I'm out here using YouTube, and this is what my guides wanted. This is how it all works spiritually for me. And YouTube is a platform, you know, if you miss the live, watch it later if you want to. It's absolutely fine. This is just there for you. And if you want to be here, but you can't be here for whatever reason, then just don't worry about it, because it's what's meant to be. And what's meant to be is what ends up happening. So I hope nobody's going to worry about that. I equally hope there's like not 0 people online the next time I come in. So it's always good to have you guys with us. But please don't ever feel you got to apologize, guys. I love you big style. And it's just kind of, it's going to be all right somehow. Okay, it's going to be all right somehow. Right. I saw another question. Here we go. Vicky herself. Oh, and thank you for another super chat. I think that's from Ron. Thank you very much, Ron. Really appreciate that, my friend. Thanks. I'm looking forward to be doing a collaboration with Ron very soon, actually. We're sort of emailing about it as well. Hasn't happened yet, but we are emailing about it, and happen it most certainly will. Vicky, I'm going to use a pendulum for that, but I want to use a card as well. Pendulum first, I think. I'm just kind of shuffling the energy into the cards. It's good to keep shuffling all the way through these shows. It really is, because when you do reading after reading, it's you can end up pulling the same card again and again. And I'm sure that's kind of okay. I'm sure you pull the card you pull for a reason, but I just feel a bit better in myself if I've given them a good shuffle. So we'll use the Reiki pendulum for this because it's a healing question. Vicky Loper asks, will my health get better soon? Yeah, it's giving me a yes. Right, but it did actually, it went yes, 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 no, yes, yes, yes. I don't think it's going to be easy. It's a yes to it getting better soon, Vicky. Now, I feel the trouble is it feels like round the stomach area is what it feels like to me. I don't know how right that is. I hope that's kind of somewhere near the truth. But if I'm wrong about that, then, you know, something to do with diet is going to help. But I really feel the issue is around the stomach area, and I feel that in a big way. Turning over a card. Right. 5 of Pentacles. Okay. Bit kind of halfway to nowhere, really. All right. But what this is showing me is like your health is sort of being dragged away from you at the moment, but you will eventually come right. And the pendulum did say yes for soon. It just kind of shook its head a little bit in the middle. Crazy stuff, crazy energy, crazy the way it works. Another card for you, number 7, the Chariot. Okay, so yeah, this is it. It is going places. It is going to work out really good for you, actually, in the end. But you see what we've got here, and I'm never sure why they've done the Chariot like this in Tarot in Wonderland. But Alice is trying to play a game of croquet with a flamingo and a hedgehog, which are just like the wrong tools. And so you just, somehow you're not in the right place, Vicky. Not in any way that would be your fault in any shape or form. You know, I'm not saying that. But it's just kind of, I don't know, circumstances aren't right for this, but it is the Chariot card, and it is number 7, which is a very magical number. So things are going to come right, you know, things are going to come right. And according to the pendulum, things are going to come right quite soon. Yeah, Raquel Hartley, thank you, Sam. Please repost your question. I will look out for it. I will look out for it if you repost your question. Okay, hi Judith Gash. Welcome, welcome. I just want to say thanks to Ron again for that super sticker. Very kind. Very kind of you, my friend. Right. Okay. Well, I'm looking out for that question. I'm going to do this one for Ariel at this moment. Okay, Ariel asks, are there any messages for me from Spirit? Right. Time to bring out Doreen, I think, at this point. Okay, just give the tarot cards a quick rest. Oh, and Erin says, yeah, I don't have anyone else to use as a reference. Well, do it then. Do it. Okay. But, they should be okay. It felt like it was all going to be okay. It just kind of felt like you weren't going to be very happy about it. And I know that feeling. I've had to get references from people I don't entirely trust, put it that way. And just kind of the way it goes. So, Ariel, right. Innocence. Here we go. There's the picture. Innocence. Beloved one, everyone is guiltless in truth, as no one can alter God's handiwork of perfection. Give us your feelings of heaviness so we can lighten your load. Give us any guilt, anger, or blame that may shroud your loving outlook. Enjoy the peace within your heart once more. That's what it says in the small print. Innocence. So, Ariel, be kind of looking back a bit in your life. Go back to your inner child, okay? It feels like your inner child needs a bit of love there. And, we can all send love, we can all send healing, and I'm sure we all are doing, actually. But no one can heal that as good as you can, okay? Because there's something, right? Oh, you see, we're all driven by images that we have in our mind, one way or the other. And early childhood, particularly, those images are locked away. We can't remember them. They're in the subconscious mind, though. So, think back to childhood. What wasn't right? Even if you can't get to exactly what wasn't right, no matter. Just show that inner child some love, because the angels are showing that inner child some love. Most certainly they are. Okay. So I hope that helps, Ariel, and thanks so much for that question. Right, Patricia Ray, at this moment, does my guides have a message for me? You mean do my guides have a message for me, I guess? It's crazy. I type something, I do it every day. I type something into the internet and the internet decides it must be something else. Just absolute craziness, isn't it? Let's stay with Daily Guidance from Your Angels by Doreen Virtue. See what we get for Patricia Ray. It's a good shuffle. We'll randomly cut the deck and we'll shuffle again. Let's see if your guides have a message for you. I'm sure they will, Patricia. Right, here we go. See only love. Nice thought, nice picture. Nice mental image there, isn't it? Hello, Debbie Schmoll, by the way. Look past the seeming errors, mistakes, and misunderstandings and see only the love within each person, including yourself. That's really important, Patricia, because you do, every one of us has got love within us, and you've got plenty, I know. Your resolute focus upon the love that underlies every situation brings about healing in undreamed of ways. I'll show you it again there. Just focusing on love it's a fantastic thing to do. And it's actually great advice for everyone. But Patricia, I feel you're kind of being pulled in lots of different directions at the moment. And my feeling is that, there's so much going on, trying to decide which way to go, trying to decide who you can help, who you can't help. Can you even help yourself? Well, yeah, help yourself. That's what's coming through from your guides, really. And love, when you focus on love, you're focusing on the highest energy that there is anywhere in the universe, anywhere on the planet, anywhere in the universe. There is nothing higher than love. And on a psychic level, on a spiritual level, that is what holds it all together. That is what makes it all work. Gotta say hi to Debbie. I fell for your Facebook thing. Debbie posted a picture showing that someone had robbed her house and smashed the door in and everything, and a link to the person's profile. And that link took whoever clicked on it to their own profile. So she got me. I put an angry face up. I'll have to go and change it to a less angry face. But Debbie is a card. She really is. And nice to see you here. Nice to see you here. Right. Okay. Yeah, beautiful message flowing. Thank you very much. You know, it's my guides. When people are sort of thanking me for stuff, it's my guides, and it's actually these amazing cards. And I've got to say, guys, this is Doreen Virtue before she went off on the sort of cheap prayer book mission thing that she's on at the moment. This is Doreen Virtue. She was channeling some wonderful, wonderful energy at one point. Okay. Right. Just scrolling. I bet I've missed some questions. Bound to have, really. Raquel Hartley, if you're there, my friend, do post your question again, and I will do it, okay? I will do it. Oh, there's one from Jean Miller. Debbie, yeah, don't worry about it, my friend. It was a really good laugh. I just thought for a minute, oh no. But I'm always thinking, oh no, for a minute. It's the nature of life, isn't it? Stuff happens and we think, oh no. And then we find a way of coping with it. And sometimes it turns out to be a bit of fun. And that is rather good. That is rather lightening for our load, really. I'm trying to put these cards back in their box, but the box won't open now. Okay. Hi, Jean Miller. Thanks for being with us. Will my former fiance from many years ago try to return? Okay, do a card on that for you in a minute. But first of all, I'm going to do the pendulum. And this time, I'm going to use the tiger's eye pendulum. Okay. Now, Jean, I'm feeling that there's different kinds of loneliness, Jean. Different kinds of loneliness for everyone. I get the feeling you've got some fears around that, and that's a shame. I've got to tell you, you're a strong person, okay? It doesn't matter what happens, you know, you're a strong person, you're going to be okay. But will your former fiance from many years ago try to return? Wow, this pendulum is hardly moving. I'm taking that as a maybe. All right, it was neither one thing or the other. But the thing is, Jane, there was virtually no energy behind it. So I don't think your former fiance is sitting there thinking somewhere else in the world, trying to cook up ways of getting back into your life. I don't think it's happening. I don't think it's happening. Looks like things are pretty safe there for you, to be quite honest. But let's do a card. Okay, let's do a card from Tarot in Wonderland. See where we get. Marcy's now on the floor under the chair sleeping. She knows if she goes under the chair to sleep, she won't get kind of disturbed by me shuffling. And I'm just going to let that be because that means the cards don't get spilt everywhere. Okay. What have we? Ah, okay. The Magician. So it's up to you, Jean Miller, right? If you want your fiancé to return, try dropping a hint, all right? Because there's not a lot of energy going on there. So try dropping a hint, try making something happen. If you really don't want your fiancé from many years ago to try to return, just kind of, you can almost cast a spell. That's not exactly what I mean, but you can ask the angels, you can ask the universe to stop it happening because you are basically in control. Okay, the Magician card says you've got the power. You can see here he's got the sword, the wand, the pentacle, and the cup in his various caterpillar tentacle hand things there. And also in the clouds above him, a sword, a wand, a pentacle, and a cup. So whatever you want to do, Jean Miller, go ahead. Okay, you'll have the backing of the universe. Make it your way. That's the real important thing. Make it your way. If you want this to happen, just ask the angels. If you want it not to happen, just ask the angels. Okay. Right. Questions were most certainly appearing there. At least I think they were. Okay. All right, a reply from Ariel, actually, yes, about that inner child thing. That's what I've been working on since the blue moons. Past trauma, it is changing. Great, great. I'm sure it can change, actually. Well, that is brilliant. That is brilliant news, because we all have to do some sort of healing work from the past, really, just about everyone. I don't think anyone exists. I don't think the person has ever been created that has no past stuff to work on. As we go through life, we do build up baggage. No getting away from it. Right, Mariola, I will come to you soon, but I'm going to Snow Bear Bird Hug. Snowbird Bear Hug. Is there a message from my guides that I may have missed? Right, that can become a concern, can't it? Yeah, I know what you mean. I wonder that often because it's so important to spend some time in meditation and some time in contemplation every day, and real life gets in the way. Sometimes we don't get that chance, or we get a few minutes or something when we could do it, but there's so much of a distraction already in our minds, it gets difficult. I know what you mean. I think, right, it's a yes and a no on a psychic level. I'm picking up that yes, at some point you've missed a message coming in from your guides, but actually then you picked it up another time. They will always try and find a way of getting that message through to you, Snowbird. What would be great would be if you had a regular plan for meditation. Like I said a second ago, actually, even with the most the best will in the world, I'm doing that regular everyday meditation. Sometimes the worldly existence we live gets in the way, and considerations from this world stick their noses into our meditation time, and we've just got to get on with it somehow. Really, really difficult. But do have a regular time for meditation, because not only does that provide a rhythm that your guides can work with, and a rhythm your guides can recognize and be there with you all every time you meditate. It also gets your own body's biorhythm, your body clock, into the feeling of it, and no matter what distractions are thrown at you, if your mind and your body are expecting to be in that place of meditation, eventually with practice your mind and your body will see through the distraction. So try and make a concrete plan. As well as that, I feel like you're juggling a lot, Snowbird. I feel you're really kind of I can see a lot of not just one or two things, but quite a lot of different considerations going off in your life all at once. And I can see you finding it quite hard to balance those things, really. Just my advice, really, and I guess this is coming from a higher place because I seem to be linked in. The advice, really, is just kind of, make a time where you force all that crap to the outside, to the periphery, and have some time. Nothing selfish about it. You can help people much, much better if you're getting some of that time to yourself. You really can. Hope that helps you, Snowbird. Going to Mariola now. Hi, Andy. I have a major renovation coming January. Already stressed. Fair point. Fair play. If it's not long now till January. That's a scary thought, isn't it? But we're into the fall, folks. It is not long till January. Okay. What do you and your guides see for me? Let us have a look. Let us see where we get at this point for you, Mariola. Okay. I think this is a good one for the tarot. I think this is a real good one for all the tarot deck at this point. Tarot deck is really not cooperating. I'm spilling cards, but there you go. At least it proves I'm shuffling the things. Tarot in Wonderland has much to answer for, but it always gives a good answer. It always does. Very accurate. Very accurate. Even more accurate than me. And that's because my guides are working with it. That's what it's all about. Right. Here we go. The World. The World, number 21. Outcome card in the major arcana. So these renovations, they're like an outcome. They're something you've wanted for a long time, and this is part of the stress. It's not just the stress of having the house torn apart and stuff like that. It's actually the stress of wanting the plan to come together. Well, You're going to be the boss, Mariola. That's the thing. So you are going to have control over the situation. You're going to be able to, you're going to be able to choose which way you want to go, and you're going to be able to draw on lots of different possibilities, right? What I feel is important is that you are really, really assertive with hiccups, I feel it's really important that you are extremely assertive with the people doing that renovation work. All right, they will take it because you're the boss. You're paying. Just don't pay anything. Well, don't pay too much up front. There's a reasonable amount to pay up front. Lots of advice online about that. But yeah, be a wise old owl, Mariola. That's the thing to do, because I feel the renovations are going to go pretty well. I mean, the world card is very positive. Excuse me. But yeah, just remember you're the boss. That is really the message I got there. Remember, you are the boss. Sam says, please give Twiggy a thumbs up. Yeah, always welcome, guys. Thumbs up really help. They really do. I know it doesn't seem like much, but honestly, it helps the channel out no end. It really, really helps the channel out. Okay, let's do some scrolling, looking for some questions. Here we go. It's not a question exactly, but something very much worth talking about from our dear friend Beverly Spencer. Me working on my shadow self the last few months has been healing childhood traumatic experiences. Shadow work has been very enlightening. Right. I'm not going to really add anything to that. I think if I was going to say something, that's what I'd say. Shadow work, very enlightening. Just like I said before, you know, we're all driven by certain kind of images that are locked away in our minds that we don't have regular, easy access to. This is where meditation helps. And as Beverly's done, you can intentionally go in and deal with those shadows because they're your shadows. This is the thing. They're your shadows. So you can do some fixing. You really can. Okay. Here we go with Cat May. You recently told me my son would meet a mentor type of person. Last week, my son met a business owner who is very interested in hiring my son. Everything looks very positive for him. Wonderful. And thank you for letting me know that, Kat, because, you know, I sit here and I say these things. I trust my guides implicitly, you know, but it's just wonderful to know that it's actually worked out that way. And that's not just me and my guides. That's the spiritual energy that comes from all you guys who are there in the chat. You really do help by being here. You really, really do. You know, I can't emphasize that enough. Okay. Card for Debbie. Here we go. Would love to have a card, please. Working to get my business started. Anything on that would be great. Okay. Let's see what happens with that then. And we cut the deck. All right, well, here we go. The Queen of Pentacles. Well, that's looking pretty good. And the Queen of Pentacles in this deck is a shopkeeper. So that's a real good analogy for your business. Now, what are we looking at here? Okay, in the story that got, because this is all based on Alice in Wonderland, in the story that goes with this deck, Debbie, Alice goes into the sheep shopkeeper's shop and is allowed to choose anything she wants from the shelf, and she chooses an egg, right? So it's like, you know, make a choice for new life. Keep looking for newness, Debbie. Really, you know, if you've got a choice between doing something you've always done and doing something new, go for the new thing, okay? Because the ideas and the inspiration that you're getting when you go for a new thing, in your case, are going to be really, really positive. And they are coming from spirit guides who are ever close to you, Debbie. I know you've got a close relationship with your guides, maybe closer than you think, actually. But the other thing is, right, it's not just choosing the egg. The sheep shopkeeper refuses to get the egg off the shelf and hand it to Alice. She makes Alice go up to the shelf and take it for herself. So reach out and take what you want to take, Debbie. Reach out and grab it. Yeah, that's the thing to do. be forward looking, be out there, and if you want to do something, go for it. Okay, it's the new ideas. It's the ideas that feel a bit cheeky, really. The things that you feel in your wildest dreams you could never accomplish. Those are the things to go for. Those are the things to try and make happen, because that's where the new energy is. And this is all about new energy, Debbie. I know you've gone through a lot of renewal over the last year or two, and probably over maybe 3 years I've known you now, maybe 4, I'm not sure. But we met on Sammy's thing, didn't we? And I know in that time, some things have gone really well. At times there have been disappointment and stresses, but it's all, kind of shaking you up, shaking the tree, because you've got new things coming to you. And this business you are working to get started is going places. I'm sure about that, Debbie. Thanks so much for your question, friend. Teresa G. Andy, do you see me buying a home soon? Well, let's see what the spirit of the pendulum has to say about that. Go with Tiger's Eye again here. Okay. I don't think you're entirely happy where you are. This is the thing, Teresa. I think you could stay where you are, but I don't think you'd be very happy there. The pendulum's giving me a massive yes. Massive amount of yes energy coming from the pendulum here, Teresa. So I guess the answer's yes. But really, you've got to make up your mind to do it, my friend. All right, you've been wanting this in the back of your mind. It feels like it might be a good solution. I would say it's going to be a brilliant solution based on what I've just seen there. So go for it, Teresa. Go for it, my friend. This is the thing. Right. Okay, guys, if you've posted a question and I haven't come to it yet, please repost it. Okay, here's one from Isadora Clark. My daughter applied for a job in London, Ontario, Canada. What are her chances? She has another job lined up, but she likes this one. Thank you. Okay. Right. Now then, I've never been to London, Ontario, but I've been to Ontario. It's one of the few, well, it's just about the only area that I know on the North American continent. Yeah. It's going to be very hard work, actually, in London, Ontario. I've got a card for it, but it sort of turned itself over before I saw it. Right. Okay. Good chance, but she's got to draw on the energies of people who are going to help her. There is, excuse me, there is a group of people who will help her a lot in that job in London, Ontario, if she gets it. So it'd be really good for her to go for it. This is the 6 of Wands, okay? Fire sign energy, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries, but it's fiery energy, So if she gets that job in London, Ontario, and I would say there's a pretty good chance of it because there's good energy with this card. It's going to be like one of those airplanes with an afterburner that's going pretty fast, and it goes even faster. Okay, so it's looking pretty positive. Let's just do a quick yes, no from one of my amazing pendulums. We'll go back to this one for some fresh energy. What have we got here? Right, it's a yes, but it was a slow start. Okay, it's not going to be easy, but if she really goes for it, she'll get that London, Ontario, Canada job. That is what I reckon. But yeah, 6 of Wands really was the main message there. There are people willing to help her with that. So she's got another job lined up. Well, frankly, that's all good. There's some safety there. This is good news. Okay. Yvonne White, can I please have a card from my guides for my birthday? I say happy birthday. I would love to know what they have to say. It was someone else's birthday yesterday as well, wasn't it? I hope you had a great birthday, whoever that was. God, it moves so close, so fast on these shows. I never quite know who's done what by the next day. Right. What have we? Okay, Yvonne, what we've got for you? 6 of Swords. Swords are always about making a big mental effort. There are decisions going on, Yvonne, and it's really hard to understand what you're really supposed to do for the best. I feel your birthday was a really good day with really good energy around. Now it feels a bit like an anticlimax, but don't worry. This is where it's back to life, back to reality. Life goes on. But look, there's you in the front of the boat as Alice. You're looking back and all you can see is the rough water. There's the sheep shopkeeper again, steering the Six of Swords boat, and the sheep shopkeeper can see the smooth, clear waters ahead. And those trees are leafless, but you know, it's a season. It's a seasonal thing. Things are going to change. Things are going to improve going forward. So keep going forward. Keep your focus on the future. Don't be looking back at the past, okay? Past is very much old news, particularly for you, Yvonne, but it's, you know, it's old news for everyone. It's kind of the way it always is. But thanks for that question. Hope your birthday was great. And, you know, take care of yourself. Twainer, hi, thanks for coming in. Twainer kindly asks, show Andy some love with a cup of coffee, coffee.com/twig or paypal.me/twig, brother. Those addresses are down there in the description. And I'm getting really bad. I always forget this. Where is it? Right, let's put this on the screen. I forget this all the time, and it's quite important, okay? There's my coffee.com address and my paypal.me/twig brother address scrolling across the screen. Also, there's my email. All these things are in the description down below. If you'd like a private reading, email me on that one and we'll sort something out. We can do Zoom, we can do Skype, we can do email, we can do voicemail, I can do an astrological birth chart, all kinds of stuff I can do, and I would love to do that for you. If you want a private one, get in touch with me there and we'll fix something up. Monad, hello, it's really nice to have you on board. I haven't heard from you for a while, Monad. Yeah, good to see you again too, and big love and big light to you. Monad is an amazing healer. She's one of those healers that's like, she's just deep, deep, deep. And there's some videos of her doing that on her own channel, which I recommend. Most interesting. Nice to see you, Monad. All the very best to you, my friend. Jack, hello. I had a dream recently where two hands were placed on my eyes and then my head, and I felt a surge of energy. Did this actually happen while I slept? Or was this just a very vivid dream? It did, yeah, it did. The answer is both, right? Quick drink of water there. The answer is both, Jack. Our spirit guides, our angels, everyone up in the divine realms does communicate with us through dreams. Certainly, if we meditate while we're awake, they'll communicate with us that way as well. But they communicate in dreams all the time. That was some kind of attunement, Jack. Now, if you wanted to take up any of the healing traditions, you can get an attunement, and you would go to a Reiki master, for example, if you wanted Reiki. There are different attunements going around. The violet flame, you can just attune yourself to that. But sometimes spirit will come in and they will put their hands on you in your sleep and they will attune you. They do this in the sleep state because that is when part of you is asleep in bed and the other part is astral traveling. It's a wonderful thought, but that's what's been going on in your dreams there, Jack. Okay, you are going to find you've got some abilities you didn't think you had going forward in the future. Let me just kind of see what we're going to get from the tarot at this point. Okay, some kind of power of forgiveness, right? It's going to help you move on from a situation. But it's not just you. You're going to have the ability to get people to forgive each other in some situation or other. Because it's card number 11 and it is justice. It's divine justice. So something was being put into balance, Jack. But it was definitely an attunement for you of some kind. So, hey, thanks for that question, Jack, and good luck with it. And very nice to meet you. Yeah, okay. Hi, G. Kim. Nice to have G. Kim with us. Hope things are going well for you, G. Kim. Actually, G. Kim is really developing big style at the moment. Lots happening there. And Stephen, hello to you. I'm going to say hi to you. Like the way you put that. Okay, let's keep going. Patty Palmer, hello Patty. Now Patty, you're one of those people apologizing for missing lives. Just don't worry, my friend. Okay, if you're meant to catch it, you're meant to catch it. That's how the energy goes. If you're not, you're not. Don't worry about it. You can always watch the upload afterwards. You are welcome to be here or not, whatever suits you, my friend. No problem at all. Got a realtor and a down payment. Do you see us moving soon? Let's go for the pendulum. Let's go for this pendulum. It's the tiger's eye one. Right. Oh, and it's a bit bent. Let me just, yeah. It was a bit bent there. It wouldn't have done anything like that. Very small circle. Yeah, moving. I mean, it was a yes. So, yeah, moving soon, but towards the later end of soon, you know? Soon can be in 5 minutes. Soon can be in 5 months. Why did I think of 5 months? I'd say it's going to be about 5 months. It's on the production line. It's going to be okay, Patty. Yeah, and overall, basically, the answer is yes. The answer is yes. Okay, guys, we are kind of getting late in the show now. Sorry if I've missed anyone's question. I think I've missed a question from Linda Bishop, but I don't see it being typed in again. If you pop your question in now, Linda, I'll have a real good go at fixing it. Let's just look at this one from G Kim along the way, okay? So G says, there's changes at my husband's work. He will soon have a new person to report to. Do you think that this new person will be a positive change to his department? Will they work well together? Right, question 1, positive change. Feels positive, but let's see what the pendulum says. Yeah, it felt like yes, and the pendulum said yes. I know it sort of jerked a bit, but that was just dangling because it's on a string, not a chain, and it moves around a bit before it's ready. That was a good yes. Okay. Will they work well together? Here's another one. Jury's out. That was a very, very small circle, and it took a while to move it all. Let's do a card for you, G. Let's see what we got here. Okay. The Empress. This is it then. Okay. Their relationship takes a while to sort out. What's happening here? Alice is helping the Empress because the Empress is a very amazing character, but not all that practical. And Alice is brushing her hair, and she doesn't like having her hair brushed, even though she's a grown woman. And she doesn't like a child brushing her hair. So there's a sort of energy reversal thing. Okay. He's got to report to this person. This person is going to turn out to be one of those people who gets put in charge of something and really isn't all that good at it and can't actually do it without the people under him helping. All right. So it's just going to take a while for that to come into balance, G. That's the truth of that. But we did get a yes there that you know, it's going to be positive. It's going to be positive. And it's actually going to leave your husband in a stronger position than he's been used to. Raquel Hartley, thanks for reposting that, my friend. I did see that earlier, but once I get into someone's question, I stop looking at the chat until I've done the question. Okay. Please read on my Uncle Manuel, who died nearly 60 years ago. He was hit by a truck and found with no wallet. I don't think it was properly investigated. Thank you kindly. Right. Okay. I'm actually putting the cards down at this moment. Let's just do this on a psychic level. Yeah, someone was very quick. Someone was very quick to get in there, right? It was a genuine accident, but someone was very quick to get in there and take that wallet. The reason for taking the wallet was to steal it, basically, and steal whatever was in it. It wasn't like they were trying to sort of cover anything up as regards the crime, as regards the truck. Right, it will be investigated more, okay? And 60 years ago, that is one stone cold case in lots of ways, but it's not stone cold, all right? What I have to tell you is your Uncle Manuel is very much at rest, right? He is. I mean, we often try to sort of avenge a thing like that because, you know, the person deserves it to be looked into, and whoever caused the thing deserves to be brought to justice one way or another. After 60 years, it's unlikely that anyone's going to kind of get caught or anything, but there is a bit more investigation going on. I'm being told that as a result of that accident, someone, in fact, a group of people, were a lot more careful in the future. And the example of what happened to your uncle did actually do something to prevent that kind of thing happening so much in the future, because of course it still happens. Yeah. Okay, Holly. Holly says, feels like he didn't have his wallet with him at the time the accident happened. Yeah, that's slightly different to what I saw, but yeah, why not, Holly? That's, you know, Holly is very intuitive. Why ever not? Okay. Okay. Right, guys. Well, at that point, right, I said that there don't seem to be more questions coming up this moment. So we've been going a bit over an hour and the energy kind of drops. But I don't know, let's do this one. Just seen this one from Julianne. Okay. Does Spirit have any encouragement for me regarding retirement? Okay. Tell you what I pick up, Julie. There's something you can do about it. And it kind of lies in the whole realm of manifestation, really. Not just sending your thoughts out, not just that kind of manifestation, but I'm going to do your work, your light card, because there is something you can do with your light body in your kind of relationship with spirit and the divine that is going to make this kind of work out better. Okay. Star Mother. Question: how can you mother yourself? Julie, you've really got to try and strike a balance between making money and looking after yourself. Basically, that's the thing. It's about making the best of the situation you're in. Now, what's happened? I remember this question, and I was saying that you would be able to retire in September. And I think what we've got here is Spirit being cagey about time. I think it will be a September, right? I don't see this going on any more than next September, put it that way. But in terms of Star Mother and mothering yourself, right? For one thing, you know, ask the angels. For goodness sake, that's the best thing you can do. But for another thing, try and steer yourself into a position where you're working, but it's not really taking it out of you, where it becomes easier to work. That's what's coming through to me, Julie. Yeah. Right, I see what you mean. Yeah, that becomes difficult. Yeah. Within a few years in age of when both my parents died. I know that feeling, Julie. I'm right between the ages my parents died. My mother died when she was 55. My father died when he was about 62. Right now, I'm 57. And I wonder sometimes. But, you know, just because that happened to them doesn't mean, you know, it's the end for you. It's a difficult psychological moment. I feel you've got a pretty good amount of time ahead of you, Julie. I really do. Wish you the best with that, my friend. Twain is asking, will I move in the near future? Okay. And I is wrapping this one up after this, okay? Let's find out from the spirit of the pendulum. Will Twain move in the future, please? That's a good circle. That's a good yes. On a psychic level, right, it's not going to be the way you plan it. Okay, but you will, and it'll be good, just not the way you plan it, Twainer. That's what I'm getting. Okay. Julie, I totally get that. Yeah, that's happened in my family as well. I had an uncle who worked for Ford in Ontario, and he had to work 7-day weeks there, so he did. And he left the house very early every morning, got back very late every night. I think he got home about 2 hours earlier on a Sunday, but he still had to work 7 days paid holiday a year. That was all he got. Worked until he was in his 50s, and then he got cancer and passed away. So he never ever got to retire. I understand that worry, but Julie, I really, I don't think it's going to be that way for you, my friend. I really don't. I understand the worry. I feel that kind of worry myself, really, but everything about you and the vibe I'm getting tells me, you've got a lot more kind of going for you, quite a long way into the future, and it's going to be okay. And you're not going to be working forever. It's like it's a bit longer. That's what I'm picking up, Julie. Anyway, guys, thanks very much to all the moderators. Thanks, Sam, Sharon Sipe. Too many moderators to mention. Ariel, everyone, all you guys, and everyone who brought their energy here as well. Really appreciate having you around at the moment. Hope you'll have a fantastic time ahead. I hope you will have a great full moon. Check out my other channel. Where is it? Check out my other channel. Down there somewhere. Check out my other channel, For Astro Truth. Okay, type that into YouTube. A video went live at about 27 minutes ago, all about the energies of next week, which include full moon and Mercury retrograde. Check that one out, guys, because that is there. And that channel seems to be growing faster than this one did at the moment, actually. So that's kind of coolio. But it's all there. Sandy G, card for the day before we go. Why ever not? Why ever not? Well, I've got to go after this one. Sandy G, card for the day. Ascended Masters. Ascended Masters. Open your heart to love. Open your heart to love, Sandy G. That's the thing to do. Open your heart to love. Can't say it much more strongly than that. The Ascended Master here is Jesus. And see, he's loving the lion, he's loving the bear, and he's loving that other thing, which looks like a fox, just as much as he loves the sheep and the little lamb. They're the easy ones to love. You've got to kind of try and open your heart to love of all kinds, really, because any love is good love, like the song says. Remember that? You ain't seen nothing yet. Bachman Turner Overdrive. Any love is good love, Sandy. So open your heart to love, and it's going to be good. It's going to be coolio. Right, guys. Big love to you. Big light to you. I'll see you again in a future video. I will be here again on Wednesday. All these videos are going to be the same time now instead of chopping and changing. I'm kind of exhausted by 5 p.m. Central on Friday because it's 11 p.m. UK. So what we're going to do is this is going to be the time, okay? I know it was like 9:15 tonight, just one of those things. I got back late. Usually, and every time going forward, it's going to be 3 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. UK time, Sundays, Wednesdays, Fridays. Uploads coming all the time, so hit subscribe if you haven't yet. Thumbs up on this one, please, if you haven't yet. And I'll see you again in a few.